Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Wednesday, October 25th, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right, set that aside because we do have a crude oil inventory session this morning. Crude, in its first trade of the morning, has hit money management, so our stop has moved down to 83.78, and we're working to get to target at 83.58. Pound Aussie is in a trade. And let's see. Trailing stop now at 91.23 on the Pound Aussie. Target 1 has been achieved there. Market opening in a little under 3 minutes. Get in sync long trade on the YM is off the table. That's hit money management, and that is bouncing up a couple of minutes early. Unleaded in a short trade, 735 is the, or 736 is the current stop, trailing stop. Pound Aussie stop moves up to 912 to 127, 127.0. YM trade stopped out, so we'll look for a new setup there. Unleaded stop now to 726. Moving down another 10 ticks. Good morning, Miles. Please do say hello in the chat. That's the only way I know who's here. And feel free to ask questions. And it looks like unleaded has a partial win, stopping out at 726. We'll have to go through that one. Soybeans has gone too far, so we'll look for a new trade there. Pound Aussie stop not moving, still at 127.0. And if unleaded is not positive, there is a new long setup Okay, our initial trade was Alright, long trade now on crude as well. Plenty of time to get in that. 83.81. We did stop out for break even on the initial short trade. And we are in our session. And we did get a pullback here on micro Russells, so that's catapult micro Russell in the short trade and hitting target 3, trailing at 76.6. That long trade on soybeans is filtered by the hybrid mode because the calculator is tracking this short trade, this white short trade. See the trailing stop there just above it. But in the absence of that trade, that would be a valid long trade. Target 4 on the micro Russell. And pound Aussie approaching target 2. And target 2 achieved on the pound Aussie. Now this is going to be a one and done session. Micro Russell at 75.1 for the stop. And we now have a stop and reverse back to short at 72. And that did trigger in. Two tick stop and reverse adjust. So that will actually push our money management down to 62. Since that's our first trade of the morning, that's actually a valid trade, and it just became well, that's interesting. Why did it just become valid? Oh, because now it's with the 20. Oh, and no, that's odd. All right. Micro Russell stopped out at 75.1. We are in the short. That's our final trade on crude. Just missing money management on unleaded. And crude going into the positive side on, and we have another Micro Russell trade at 72.3. I think I know why that long trade showed up, because that's on the bar with a new add-on short, but it's not. It only printed that one bar, only printed the entry for that one bar. And we go to 9139 for pound Aussie stop. Picking up target 3. And the Russell trade getting a second win, trailing now at 72.1. Target 3 achieved. Money management on crude stop comes to 83.71, and our first target is going to be 83.58, because target 1 was less than 10 ticks, so we'll go to target 2 and 3, 58 and 52. Stop comes down to 71 because of our stop and reverse adjustment. Pound Aussie, it's 91.42. YM still without a trade this morning since market open. And we did stop out at 72.1 on the Russell. So target 3 and a couple of ticks. Couple of tick on the trailer for 2 positions. All right, and a short trade on the YM. Alright, YM short is moving in our favor. Unleaded was taking some heat, bounced off its 200 EMA, and now moving up again. YM with a target 1 winner. That's going to be a one and done session. 28 ticks to target 1. Trailer at 288. There is another filtered long trade on the soybeans chart, lower right corner. Again, that's hybrid mode, not allowing a stop and reverse against the trend indicator. $287 for the YM stop. Pound Aussie at session highs. Still at 142 for the stop. 277 for the YM stop. Moving along. Good morning, Pamela. And the YM 251 for or 256 for the stop now. Looks like Pound Aussie is going to move up to 147 at the close of this bar. Hi, good morning, Diana. Glad you could make it. Robert, have you made it in? Not much activity. On soybeans this morning. All of my charts are on Eastern Daylight Time. Reminder to everybody, be thinking about it. We're just a week and a half away from switching back to standard time in the U.S. Time will change a week from Sunday morning at 2 a.m. It will fall back to 1 a.m. And the YM down to then stopping out. The YM looks like it's going to stop it. Oh, but it didn't. Like, yeah, 216 for the stop. And it didn't get there. It got as high as 215. And there's our first soybeans trade. Short trade, 13.05 3/4. Minimum trade size, target one at 04 1/4. Unleaded having a tough time on this trade. We will not do a session at 10 o'clock. That will be reserved for the crude oil inventory report at 10:30 on crude. And the YM stops out at 202. Very nice. Entry was at 289. So we picked up 87 ticks on the trailer to go along with 28. So 115 ticks net on YM this morning on two contracts. $575 net, $5 a tick. All right, while I've got a minute here, let's go back and look. All right, we have an entry at 747. Stop and reversing to long at 736. Yeah, 736. Oh, I'm sorry. Entry was 694 to 736. Is 42 ticks. That's down 84. Target one traders pick up 52. And we go, or no, 48. 4 tick stop and reverse adjustment. And we go from 36 to 54 is 18, so that's 66. So we're down 18. And we then pick up a short trade from 743. Again, we pick up target 1. Target 1 traders get another 53 ticks. That's going to be POQ for target 1. Target 2 traders is so far still working. We picked up 1836. So we're 40, still down 48. So we pick up the short for target 2, gives us 743 to 726, or 1734 ticks. So we're down 14 in the long trade for target 2 traders. That's a valid stop and reverse that just canceled. Yeah, that just canceled. So that stop and reverse canceled. 148 for the pound Aussie stop. Soybeans, 1 tick away from target 1. Target 1 in money management hasn't gotten there yet. Russell kind of slowed down after its 2 wins. Nothing new there. YM is done. Unleaded still in the long trade for target 2 traders. Target 1 traders went POQ, picking up 2 target 1 wins and a trailer on each one of those. The 2 target 1 wins by themselves were enough to get positive, so but we're still down 14 ticks for target 2 traders. I tell you what, let's just run unleaded up here over top of the crude chart since we're done with it for the moment this morning. And the micro NQ has a long trade. Let's see. Yeah, that short trade was actually early market, so that was not one we were deal with. Now we have a long trade that it's just triggered in. Unleaded trying to make a break upward. That's the second time it bounced off the 200. That's a double bottom type formation. And target 4 on the pound Aussie. So a very strong trade this morning, giving us 16, 26, 36, and 46. So this, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 100. That's 100, 124 ticks on the targets, 124 pips on the targets. Pound Aussie currently trading at $6.32 a pip for a full contract, or full lot sizing. So roughly 63 cents for a micro lot per tick or per pip. And unleaded right around the entry again. And we didn't get to target on soybeans. And we're down missing by a tick again, it looks like. Looks like we got down to 0475 again. Or no, 0450, which is a session low. 0425 is our target. Pound Aussie challenging the stop, but surviving nonetheless. So we have 124 ticks in hand, 124 pips. We've got 27 pips in hand on the trailer, or not, at least not in hand, but unrealized. Unleaded trying once again and we get a break even on the micro NQ. Hit target 1 and came back for a break even. And the micro Russell with another short trade. And 19-second bar there, so we may have gotten in that. And we are working for target 3 at 63.5. Stop at 66.2. And we have money management on unleaded. So your stop will come to 730, 738. Entry was at 737. Oh, this trade is only for target 2 traders, so not even needing to look at target 1. And moving all the way up to 754 on the trailing stop. The intrabar move was to break even, and we immediately moved up at close of that bar to trail at 754. So we have 17 ticks in hand. So that puts us 3 ticks positive, and we just stopped out. But that is POQ, and it's essentially a break-even session. Micro NQ in a short trade, taking some heat currently. And we did get through target 1 and target 2, stopping and reversing at the full stop out, 637 3/4. And we're long again on the micro NQ. So a break even and a full loss. Soybean stop sitting at 05.5. Getting targets 1 and 2, 6 and 10 ticks. Target 3 is 14, 302 1/4. And missing it by just a tick. This is one I would wait for the tick, because it's $12.50 a tick on soybeans. I might move my stop on that one position now, not the trailer, just that stop on the target 3 position. Move that to target 2. So take most of the risk out of it, of a pullback. So you'd get at least 10 ticks out of it rather than the full 14. And that way you're only risking 3 ticks rather than risking it all the way back to break even. And there's target. So that's full target 3. 6, 10, and 14. 30 ticks net. And now we are at 05.25 for the stop. So 2 ticks in hand there. We are at least $400, $400 win for 4 positions on soybeans this morning. Target 3 achieved on the micro Russell. Targets 3 and 4 trailing at 65.2. I've got about another 10 minutes in here, and then we'll need to break off and we've moved stop on pound Aussies moves up to 91.59. 159. And let's see, looks like it'll move to 163 on the next bar, unless it pushes up even a little bit further. Yeah, there's 160. It'll go to 164 now. We're within 2 ticks of the next pip, so we will round up. So the trailing stop will go to 164, adding another 5 pips. $53 pips on the trailer. So actually, Target 1 traders ending up with a better result than Target 2 traders today. Target 2 traders were break even plus 3 ticks on unleaded. Target 1 traders were about 50 ticks positive. Soybeans trailing stop at 04 flat. Micro Russell at 64.3. This is win number 3. Micro Russell doing well this morning in a downtrend, but picking up trades. And Micro NQ taking another full loss on the long trade. So we get a break even, 2 full losses. We spiked down on that to the entry on the short trade. So I'm going to call, and we'll take a look at that. Put our entry there. That's our next trade. There is our trade time. We'll duplicate that into a new tab and make that a 4-second chart. I use 4 seconds because that gives me 2 bars to see the 8 seconds. It gives me a little bit more granularity. So there is our trade setup. Right there. Yep, we're in that one. 4-8. So between 8 and 12 seconds, it hit the entry. Missed it on that one, but definitely got there, and within time that we should have been able to trade that. So that is loss number 3, and the end to our session. 1, 2, 3 losses. So we do not take the long trade. And I would push that up. And what have you got? Entry at 640 1/4. The EMA sitting at 50 EMA is 640 and 641. Yeah, I'd push it up a full point. I'd push it up 5 ticks, 641.50, and that so far that kept us out. That would have been a no trade, but still done with the session. 3 on 3 losses. So Russell's still going. Soybeans is still going, and the pound Aussie is still going. And we are at 64 now. For the pound Aussie stop. And there it goes to 67. Soybean stopped to 02 3/4, so almost down to target 3, almost. That's another 12 ticks. Questions or comments this morning? We're going to have to close it down in a minute or two. Micro Russell at 64.3 for the stop. Pound Aussie at 167. And soybeans at 02.75, 02 3/4. All right, up to 169 on the pound Aussie. All right, folks. It's time to close it down. Still at 0.27 3/4 on soybeans. But that's going to be a one and done session. YM was one and done. Crude was a losing session. Unleaded was positive. Pound Aussie's definitely positive. Micro Russell, 3 wins so far in the third trade. Can take at least one more trade if it's a win. Up to 3 losses, so we can go up to 6 trades. So one more win or 6 trades total on the Micro Russell. But time to shut it down and get ready for the crude oil inventory report. So I will see everybody back here in, try to make it back within about 10 minutes. So we will see you then.